I am giving away a copy of Black Ops 4 for a console of your choice. In order to enter, what you have to do is like this video, be subscribed to the channel, turn on your notifications, leave me a comment in the comment section of this video telling me why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached, and follow me on Twitter. That's it. You do those 5 things and you are entered to win. Don't forget to leave your Twitter handle because that's how I will be contacting you if you're the winner. If you don't have a Twitter, you gotta make one. I'll be DMing the winner at the end of the month. Good luck, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. Not all Call of Duty games were created equal. We know this. Some better than others. But one thing that you could also say is that not all of them got the proper recognition that they deserved. And so today I want to talk about 3 of the most underrated Call of Duty games, and I'm going to put the trigger warning out there right now. This is only an opinionated list. If you disagree or have a different list, let me know down in the comments below. Before we get into it, I want to put this out there. I bet a lot of people watching this are going to be expecting Infinite Warfare to be on this list, maybe even be number 1. But I'm going to tell you right now that Infinite Warfare is not on this list, and the reason that it's not on this list is because I don't actually think that the game is underrated. Yes, when the game got revealed, it got a lot of flack and a lot of people talked shit, but the game has actually aged quite well. If you go back and play it now, it feels very, very good still. It still feels like a normal, fast-paced Call of Duty game, and it had good mechanics, man. It has good gunplay in it, and I know that it's not underrated because I did an Infinite Warfare video recently that got very good reception. A lot of people liked it, and I got a lot more views than I usually get. And in that video, I've read all the comments to that video too, and there's so many of you guys that say, yeah, this game is awesome, this game is great, do more content on this game, I miss this game, and all kinds of stuff like that. So I decided that I don't really think it's an underrated game anymore. I think I used to think that, and my opinion has now changed. But the games that I actually put on this list might surprise some people, so let's get into it. Coming in at number 3, I'm going to give it to Call of Duty World War II. One of the most hype-generating games in the entire series. People went absolutely nuts when this game was about to come out, and it just didn't live up to the hype on its launch. The game was just completely plagued by so many different problems. The headquarters did not work. A lot of people disliked the division system. Score streaks were weak. There was 50 points per kill in domination. All types of problems that this game had on launch. And sadly, that was one of the things that just kind of killed the game. A lot of people just kind of abandoned this game pretty shortly after picking it up. I know I had several friends that I know in real life, and even those that I know online, people that I watch on YouTube, that people just, they got the game and they just decided pretty quickly on that it wasn't for them, which I really think is just such a damn shame, because later down the road, I know it took a while, but in the big April update that happened in April of 2018, man, they fixed so many problems in this game with the way the divisions were worked. They added in unlimited sprint, they upped the score in domination. I know most people wanted it to be 100, I was one of those people, but at least they did something about it. The DLC was actually very, very good for this game too. The maps that originally launched with the game were definitely nothing special, I'll admit that, but the DLC maps in this game were very good, and they made the game feel fresh again to me when I picked them up. Now, a lot of people might argue, hey, those maps should have been free. They only gave us 9 maps at launch, and yes, you do have a point there, but that's really a whole nother argument, and it goes far beyond the point of just objectively analyzing the game for what it is. I thought that the headquarters was a really cool idea. The way that they handled DLC weapons in this game was great. You could have access to pretty much any weapon that you wanted, whether you're crafting it or doing the orders. They had so many special orders in this game, and you had the chance to get every weapon you wanted as long as you were playing the game. I remember myself, I even hopped on a couple of times after I stopped playing this game altogether just because they had weapons in there, and why wouldn't I get myself a free weapon if it's only going to take a couple of games to do such easy challenges, man? They were easy. They were practically giving away weapons in this game. But even with all that being said, one of the things that I feel so strongly about is that War Mode in Call of Duty World War II was one of the best, most fun, most innovative modes that Call of Duty has ever produced, and it was just completely overlooked for some reason. Team-based and story-driven objective modes that you could play all you want and it won't affect your kill-death ratio, while just getting all of the XP that you could ever imagine and all the feeds that you want. What more can you ask for? World War II wasn't a perfect game, but I definitely think that it never got the credit that it fully deserved and never truly realized its full potential, and that is why it is number 3 on my list. Coming in at number 2, this one might be a bit of a controversial one, Advanced Warfare. I truly, and I mean this when I say this, I truly cannot say enough good things about this game. I absolutely loved Advanced Warfare. Put aside all the BS for a second. Put aside the supply drops, because that stuff was coming anyway, okay? This was the first game to do it, and a lot of people hate it for that. But the truth is, as far as supply drops go, that was going to happen anyway. Advanced Warfare, in my opinion, was truly one of the most fun experiences I've ever had on Call of Duty. The movement was an absolute blast, especially if you had a SCUF controller, or like what I have is the Xbox One Elite controller. If you had those paddles on the back, you were having a blast in this game. It was just one of, and probably still is, to be honest, it probably is to this day, the most innovative thing that Call of Duty has ever done. I think it's funny that the two Sledgehammer games, World War II and Advanced Warfare, both appear on this list. One takes place in a realistic setting that actually happened, and the other one takes place in this fantasy land with Kevin Spacey. But man, Sledgehammer games, man, they don't get the credit that they deserve. They really don't. I think that this entry on the list is probably going to be the most controversial ones, and I know there's a pretty big divide in the community about this game, right? Half of the players that play absolutely loved it, and a bunch of people really hate it. They say it's the worst advanced movement game of all time. I would 100% disagree with that. If I had to only take one advanced movement Call of Duty to play for the rest of my life, it is no doubt going to be Advanced Warfare. The maps were great, and more importantly, they were very carefully designed for the movement system that this game had, and that's something that you don't hear a lot of critics of the game saying. They'll always say that the game was too crazy in movement, but they never mention the part that the maps were actually built for that style of movement. This was the first game to really let you customize your soldier. I mean, you could choose their helmet, their shirt, their pants, their shoes, all types of accessories for them, their exosuits in this game, of course. They had royalty camo to grind for, which was such a nice camo. The guns were all very good, at least after a while. After the BAL 27 was nerfed a little bit and the ASM-1, the game had a very good mix of weapons. Unique weapons, like the NA-45 and the Atlas sniper rifles, the EM-1 LMG. I mean, there was just a bunch of cool, fun stuff to use in this game. You could customize your kill streaks. That was a first for the Call of Duty series, and let's not forget one of my favorite features of this game, and something that really needs to be coming back to Call of Duty, and that is Clan Wars. Wow, man, Clan Wars were just so fun. If you participated in Clan Wars and took it seriously, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You know how much fun that stuff could be, and if you didn't participate in Clan Wars, then you honestly missed out. Being someone that's on and around YouTube a lot and watches videos and makes my own videos, I still see Advanced Warfare getting trashed pretty frequently to this day, and it pisses me off, man, because this game did not deserve the hate that it got. The final game on this list, the game that I believe to be the most underrated Call of Duty game of all time, is Modern Warfare Remastered. And when I say that, I'm not talking about the original COD 4. I'm talking about the remastered version of Call of Duty 4 that was essentially handcuffed to Infinite Warfare and sent out by Activision just basically to die. Oh my god, Modern Warfare Remastered. Where do I even start with this game? I can't even put into words how much I loved this game, how much fun I had on this game. What an amazing break that it was from all the bullshit that was going on in Call of Duty the last couple of years. But for some reason, it wasn't very popular on YouTube. A lot of people that said they were going to be playing this game didn't end up actually sticking with it. Obviously, it's just a remaster, but still, man, I mean, this game had so much promise and potential, and it pretty much just got swept under the rug, which really makes me sad. Honestly, it does. And I have a very strange relationship with this game because while I do love it, I also thought that they could have done so much more with it. They could have made brand new maps for this and let it just really be its own standalone COD. They could have started in adding weapons from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and maps from those games and really made it a universe Modern Warfare Remastered from all three games. But instead, what they kind of did with it, and this is the reason why it's an underrated game and why it's, you know, essentially a failure, what they did was just handcuff it to a game that they knew that not a lot of people really wanted to play, which ended up actually being a pretty good game anyway, and basically just held it hostage with that game until nobody really gave a shit anymore. By the time they put this game out on its own, people were done with it. No one was even playing COD. It was the summertime. You know, they essentially used this game and the fans' love for it as a vehicle to sell the new game that no one really wanted to play. And in the process, they kind of tarnished COD 4's reputation, if you ask me. It was almost like a gross, disgusting, inhumane scientific experiment that the scientists tried to just cover up and pretend never happened after. Now, I don't have to sit here and make arguments for why Call of Duty 4 was a great game, but let me just say one thing about Modern Warfare Remastered that they did such a great job on. MWR had, without question, the best supply drop system we've ever seen. Pure and simple. If you want a weapon, just grind for the currency and craft it. That's it. No strings attached, no limited time, no supply drop only weapons. It was great. I love this game to death, but after seeing how it was treated and how the fans accepted it and then kind of abandoned it, I don't think I ever want to see a remastered COD ever again, to be honest. Because while that may sound like a great idea on the surface, let's face it, COD 4 was better left untouched. It was better left to have its reputation and legacy live on undisturbed, and them doing this remaster kind of disturbed that legacy. And that wraps up my list of the top 3 most underrated Call of Duties. Like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, I bet this does not meet the list that you were expecting, and that is why, as always, I want to hear what you think down in the comments below. Give me your top 3 underrateds, and we will get a discussion going as per the usual. I thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter, link is down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Build my foundation, undisputed take over the nation. When you die, will they mourn you? Life after death, not leaving a afterthought. Material possessions mean nothing to me. The only thing that matters is my legacy. I am savage, ruthless, bad to the bone, soon to mount my throne. Yeah, I'm the chosen one under the holy sun, sipping out the holy grail. I can't fail, I'm coming for your